Welcome everybody. My name is Alessandra Secchi, and today, together with Professor Francesca Verga, Vice Rector for International Affairs, and my colleague Graziella Vendola, we are going to briefly introduce the Politecnico di Torino and in particular some information concerning the Bachelor of Science. There will be space for your general questions at the end of the presentation, while for your private and personal inquiries, we will give you the contacts and the ways to contact us to have more information. So now I leave the word to Professor Francesca Verga, Vice Rector for International Affairs, that will begin her presentation.
Hello everyone, welcome to this session, online session for presentation of our university. It will be a brief presentation to leave more room to technical questions and aspects that you may want to investigate to enroll at our university. Name of our university is Politecnico di Torino because we are located in the beautiful city of Torino. We are obviously in Italy, close to the mountains, close to the seaside, with beautiful scenarios around us, but also a beautiful historical center. The town used to be an ancient Roman camp, so it dates back over 2,000 years ago. So we really have a world heritage for Roman ruins, but also medieval castles and more recent architectonic valuable constructions. The university dates back from 1859 when it was founded as a technical school for engineers. We went through the unification of Italy, we became the Royal Politecnico di Torino, and eventually we've celebrated just recently 160 years of Polytechnic culture. We have different premises around the city, but also in the region. And in particular, we have a School of Engineering, a School of Architecture in the historical Valentino Castle. We have a special location for design and sustainable mobility, and a premise of a specializing master in lifelong learning school. However, we must say that the next academic year will be offered entirely remotely for everyone to be able to attend, even in this emergency situation where we really don't know what will happen. And hopefully we'll wish that the outbreak will cease and we will resume our normal life. But in the uncertainty about the future, Politecnico took a step forward to be close to its students, and so next year is already guaranteed that all lectures and activities and services provided by the university will be offered online as well. Just one second. Okay. We are proud to be the well-positioned in the QS World University Rankings, especially for engineering and technology. But then by subject, you can see that we have even better positions for specific topics that you might be interested into. And we're very proud that we are number 3 for graduate employment rate. So this means that our students are very much welcomed by industries to which we are also strictly related, not only on the territory, but with international companies. We are organized in departments. We have 11 departments, which are, that somehow are thematic departments. Obviously, the teams are very large, and so the names of the different departments only suggest the topics that are dealt with within the department, but gives you an idea that we cover all engineering subjects and all architecture subjects, and also we have regional and urban studies and planning, and architecture and design. In terms of research, we are organized in 4 research areas: industrial engineering, physical, chemical, and mathematical science for engineering, civil engineering and architecture, information technology. These 4 main areas are meant to group the different disciplines in a more transversal order, so that you don't need to be specialized and focused on a single topic, but we actually have a much broader look and a much broader approach to the different topics. This is also well represented by the Interdepartmental Centers, which were established relatively recently to address the need from the industry to be not specific on one topic, but to be able to have a very holistic approach. So to be able to study whichever engineering or architecture problem you may have, looking at the full spectrum of problems, possible solutions, and impacts generated by the topic you're working on. For doing this, we're very strictly related to institutional and business partners, and here you can see just the main ones. And this is something that really makes a difference at Politecnico, because we work closely with industries and small medium enterprises to develop our topics of interest in terms of research, to update our educational programs, and to offer internships opportunities, and also obviously working opportunities once you're finished. We're proud to be a sustainable campus. So we are always looking at implementing the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which are promoted by the European community, both in our education plans, but also as a virtual interactive attitude on campus. How does education work in Italy? Education works, excuse me, I would like to switch. Okay, I can't switch the slide at this moment, I'm sorry. Can I kindly get some help? Because apparently I cannot switch the slide. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, we will go with the, oh, finally. So how is our higher education system based? We expect students to have 13 years of pre-university education, which might reduce to 12 in some circumstances. Then we offer 3-year Bachelor of Science, at the end of which you can you can obviously complete your education there, or you can access a Master of Science, which is additional 2 years, or you can access a specializing master level, which has a more professional type of approach. At the end of the Master of Science, again, you have an option. You can go work, and so you're very well prepared for the industrial world, or you can access a specializing master, again, second level, which offers, again, a professionalizing type of approach. As a third option, you can access a PhD, which is a 3-year program, and which allows you, obviously, to target very high level of education in research or position within the industry. Students in our university are some 34,000, including students enrolled in the bachelor and master degree programs. And we have some 16% international students in total. Every year we enroll 5,300 students, And out of this, on top of this, we have some 900 PhD candidates. Our students come from everywhere in the world. As you can see, we have more than 120 countries represented, with a majority of students coming from Eastern countries or Far East, like China, for instance, being the largest percentage of our international students. We are keen to offer a very rich course catalog. In this course catalog, we have 22 bachelor's degree program, 29 master's degree program, and 16 PhD program. Now, some of those are in English, entirely taught in English, and some of those are mixed, and some of those are in Italian. So I will let my colleagues from the International Department to take over and give you more details about the specific courses and how you can start the application process in case you have an interest in our university, and obviously we really hope so. Thank you very much. Alessandra, are you taking over, please? Thank you. I will.
Okay, now I can see our faces. Yeah, so here you can see our faces. I'm Graziella. With my colleague Alessandra, we are working in the incoming mobility office, which is the one which is managing your application to the Bachelor and Master of Science programs. So today we are now talking about the Bachelor of Science applications. I was trying to... I cannot see this slide. However, I start speaking about what we are and... Oh, okay, just a moment. So we are talking about the Bachelor of Science program. As we were saying before, we have these two main areas. So we have the architecture area, and we have three bachelor programs. So the architecture one, which is the main focus, which is taught in English and also in Italian. And then we have the design and communication and the territorial urban planning program, which are at the moment in Italian. On the other hand, we have the engineering field. So as you can see, you can choose among a wide list of programs in this area. And at the bottom, the last four programs, automotive engineering, mechanical engineering, computer engineering, and electronic and communication engineering are offered totally in English for the 3 years. So it is a very big opportunity for you to study in English in an Italian university. However, also the others are offered for the first year in English, so you can start your bachelor in English for the first year, and then you have 1 year of time to learn Italian and continue in Italian. Okay, I don't know if my colleague Alessandra would like to go on, otherwise I can continue, no problem. So let's talk about our application. Okay, so maybe Alessandra is here now.
Really sorry.
So she's my colleague.
Hi everybody, I'm sorry, I had a technical problem with my connection. Okay, so Graziella was talking about application to the Bachelor of Science programs. So you must fulfill some specific requirements to be eligible for Bachelor of Science. And in particular, you must have an high school diploma, which must be awarded after a minimum of 12 years of global education. Also, you have to pass an admission test, but for engineering, design, and urban planning, you can substitute the admission test with a valid international certification such as SAT, GRE, GMAT. Of course, what we suggest you to do is to carefully check the call for admission, because in the call for admission, you will find all the information concerning the requirements and the details for the procedures to register for admission test and to apply online. Then, after you have carefully read the call for admission, you must register through our online application, which I will show you in the next slide. So as you can see here, first of all, we require you to fill in the application form with your personal information. And then when you have received username and password, you can proceed to fill in the single parts of the application online. The application online is a great tool both for keeping in touch with our office, because there is a specific section that you can see below, which is called FAQ ticket section, and you can contact our office directly from the online application, but also to register for the test through the specific section called TIL. In this case is engineering, but it can be any bachelor course. So I would like to introduce some changes that there have been in the enrollment and application procedure due to the COVID-19 emergency. As you can see above, the steps to enrollment that were in place until the emergency were very straight away, very simple. So you, after you got eligibility from Politecnico, you had to pre-enroll at the Italian embassies or consulates all over the world, and that is for non-European applicants. Then, after your arrival at Politecnico di Torino with the study visa, you would have gone through the documents check at the incoming mobility office and the enrollment. Now, due to the COVID-19 emergency, at the moment, the pre-enrollment procedure has not begun, and we are constantly communicating with our ministry and all the entities in charge of this procedure. So all the news will be promptly published on our website. Some other great news for international students are that the test, the test for the admission to engineering, design, and urban planning will be available online, so you can sit the test from home. The description of the procedures and the guidelines to register for the test are published on the website, and I will show you the link later. Once you are eligible to enroll in the Bachelor of Science, your documents check and the enrollment will also be online. And as Professor Verga was mentioning before, all the classes for academic year 2020-2021 will also be held online. This is a great chance for people from all over the world to start your career at Politecnico in safety. So some information about the visa. So the visa is for non-European applicants living outside of Italy, and it's a study visa called Enrollment to University Type D study visa. Normally, you get this study visa at the Italian embassies or consulate in the country in which you are living. But as I said before, at the moment, there are no news about the deadlines for the pre-enrollment procedures. So some more information concerning the visa are that once the procedure has started, the visa release depends only on the Italian embassy or consulate in which you apply. So we cannot interfere with the visa release. We communicate your eligibility directly to the embassy or consulate, so you are not involved in this part of the process. and you have to contact the embassies or consulates in your country for more information about the procedure. So since the emergency is not over yet, we are going to publish all the news concerning these procedures on our website. So we suggest you check regularly the main page of the Politecnico website. As you can see here, there is a section for coronavirus infection, in which we write the provisions of the Politecnico about the managing of this emergency. And some other news are also published in the International Students Application website, in which there is a section dedicated to the COVID-19 emergency, divided into Bachelor of Science and Master of Science programs. So I will go on with just some practical information. I saw there are already some questions about this in the chat, but I will try to be more informative as possible. So first of all, some information about the tuition fees. Starting from this academic year, the amount of tuition fees will vary according to the citizenship residence of the student. I strongly recommend you check the dedicated part of the website, of the International Students website, and try the tuition fees simulator, because by clicking on your home country, you will see, you will be able to visualize the range of tuition fees that you will have to pay to enroll at Politecnico di Torino. And I say range of tuition fees because people from some countries will be able to vary the amount of tuition fees according to the family economic situation. All the details about these procedures are already published on the website, and of course, we are available in case you need more information about tuition fees. But there are also some other financial aid tools for international students. First of all, Edisu Piemonte. Edisu Piemonte is a regional entity for students in Piemonte region that provides scholarships and accommodation for prospective students. We suggest you check their website directly, and you can contact them directly for all the information on the next academic year's call for admission. So you will find all the information also in English on their website. And the Politecnico as well provides some kind of financial help from through scholarships and other opportunities, among which there is also the Topolito Scholarship. The Topolito Scholarship is a scholarship given to international students for bachelor degree according to the score that you get during the admission test. You can see the call for admission on the financial aid section of the International Students website, which is linked here on the right. I saw that somebody already asked it in the chat, so I will just say that we have calculated the average monthly cost of living in Turin, so including accommodation, food, public transportation, and leisure. It varies according to your lifestyle, of course, between 600 and 800 euros per month. Politecnico also has some low price facilities, such as student canteens that are both on and off campus and are available every single day for both lunch and dinner. And also there are some accommodation facilities. There are some dormitories that belong to Politecnico, but also to the region Piemonte. And of course, to have access to these facilities, if you will be in Torino, you have to go through a registration and a selection. So here are some information on how to contact us. First of all, the Politecnico website, the International Students website, in which you can also find all the information I mentioned before, and the ticketing service. The ticketing service is the main source of contact among you and the office, and you can open a ticket through the FAQ and ticketing section of the online application that I showed you before. So now I'm finished, so thank you very much for your attention, And together with my colleague Graziella, we will try to reply to your questions. So, Graziella, I cannot hear you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. So I was just trying to sum up that you can find information about some specific question you have made according to, for example, how to prepare for the admission test. When you register in the online application form, you have a section which is called Learning Resources. So there you will find all the information about the content of the admission test, what you have to study, and you can also try the admission test because there is a simulator so that you can prepare for it. Okay. Then, as for the pre-enrollment, we would like to stress the point that we still don't have information from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Education. So as soon as they will inform us, we will publish updated info on the website. And please check if the Italian embassy in your country is already open, so that maybe you can start collecting the information. Then the admission test can be done in English or in Italian, so you can decide. And I'm just reading if there is some new. Okay, the admission test, yes, you have a calendar online for the admission test, so you can register according to that calendar. Now we are in May, you can do the test also in July, in the end of August, and also probably in September, so you have still time. As for scholarship, please be aware that not all the call for scholarship are now available, so the website will be updated in case we have the new calls available, but no problem, because for the bachelor you have time to register until September, so you still have time to participate in case we will have new calls. Also for the EDISU scholarship application, you have to wait, because usually the call is published around June, July, okay? So I don't know if we have still time to reply. However, I will collect your question just to inform you that we can send an email to you, because we will have the list of your contacts. And we will summarize the main information you can find in our website. So it's maybe easy for you to check them online and read carefully which are our requirements. The test is online, and at the end of the test you will see immediately which is the score of your admission test, and you can check it immediately. Okay, maybe Alessandra, I don't know if I missed some question while I was.
I wrote something about the architecture test, so you will see news on our website as soon as we have them. Then the date for the entry test for architecture should be 3rd of September, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, please remember that you can sit for the online admission test at homes only for engineering, design, and urban planning. So for architecture, please wait for new information.
Yes. When will the academic period start? It normally begins at the end of September, beginning of October.
Maybe I can say a word about online courses. Yes, it will be a blended type of courses. However, we will have very strict limitations for students and staff to access the university premises. So we're now getting organized about who can enter the university, when they can enter. We will launch a questionnaire, and also based on the requests from students, we'll organize a calendar. The point is that whatever activity will be on campus, it is also granted that it will be offered online for the entire academic year. So if there will be the chance to release the restrictions due to the COVID emergency, we will be very happy to do so. Our concern was to grant you the possibility to follow all our activities and courses, even though you would not be able to reach Italy for this first year. Obviously, you're accessing a 3-year program and perhaps a 5-year program, and therefore, I think that this is only a concern that should apply for the first year, because I would believe that starting next year, we will go back to normal. This is obviously our expectation and hope.
Okay, I think that, yes, some information about tuition fees. Maybe I can repeat that usually you have to pay the first installment for the enrollment, so usually in September when you complete the first phase of the enrollment. Then you will have to pay the second installment in around February, March. And you can also apply for fees reduction according to your family income. So you will have to provide some documents, but you will have time to do this procedure. Everything always is online, but this can be maybe if you have some specific question, you can write us a ticket and we can reply to you together with the tuition fee office.
Yes. I think that's all.
Yeah. I think that's all. Okay, thank you for staying with us today. Hope you enjoyed this webinar. It was the first webinar for us, so yes, maybe we can improve it for the next appointment. However, do not hesitate to contact us. You have our details, and good luck.
Thank you very much, and
bye
sorry
bye.
for the technical problem. Bye-bye.
Good luck and see you in Torino. Bye.
Yes.